Hey everyone, I'm Ali with Real. Thank you for visiting my channel here. I've been posting here now my market updates for the last couple of months and it's been really growing. So thank you so much for taking the time to go through these videos. I hope you find them useful. If you have any ways that I can add value to you, please feel free to reach out. You can comment below or you can connect with me with the link below. I'm more than happy to connect with you. So let's just dive into the numbers this month for February. The activity rate or the absorption rate, which again is the number of sales divided by the number of active listings, increased by 1%. That went from 38% to 39% for the month of February. That was driven by an increase in sales outpacing the number of listings that were coming on the market for the month by about 6%. However, that isn't significant enough for us to jump back into a seller's market or move back into a buyer's market. As they increase together, it kind of stays status quo as you have seen here, right? Listings are up from last year at the same time about 42%. Sales are down about 24%, and the absorption rate is down 45%. So we are in a very different market than we had in 2024. And a lot of that is driven by the amount of inventory that we're seeing on the market now. Prices are up again across all segments on an average of about 5% on median pricing. The largest increase was in the duplex segment, which is a little bit perplexing because it was about a 9% increase, which is huge month over month. But a lot of that, I did a little bit more digging, and a lot of that was driven by sales of new construction properties. About 30% of the sales that happened in the duplex segment were from new construction properties, and those hold a little bit of a higher value, a little bit of more of a premium because of the new home warranty that they carry, as well as they are obviously newer homes with a little bit newer finishings and appliances and things like that. Year over year, on average, we are flat compared to 2024. Compared to 2024, we are up about 3% on median pricing as well. Lower rates have been contributing to buyers' purchasing power. We are now seeing closer to about a 4% insured rate right now, which is the email I sent out today, which is great considering what they were a few months back. And a lot of that has been driving people to be able to purchase in higher segments because the purchasing power for them has now increased, right? So that will we will then see detached and semi-detached properties starting to get more buyers interested in them so that they can have their sales and fit into those types of homes, right? We should start to see townhouses and apartments start to kind of lower a little bit. But then again, I mean, someone that is entering the market and is a new buyer, for example, is also having that increase in purchasing power. So we shouldn't see it drop off too much, but they should still kind of slow down and move towards the attached and detached markets. Some of the things that have been kind of affecting the Alberta market here, and particularly in Calgary with the pricing and Alberta as a whole, have been the wages increase. So ATB put out a forecast here. I don't know if you keep an eye on it, but it's a great newsletter to jump on. If you're curious about jumping on it, let me know. I can set you up with it. But the average weekly wage in Alberta has increased about 3.5% from 2024. And we still lead the country for the 27th straight year in having the highest weekly wage for employees in Alberta, which is incredible and kind of shows you why we're seeing that pricing maintain itself, because we are seeing those wages increase. And again, that adds to more purchasing power for buyers to be able to purchase their home. Other notable items that are happening in Alberta that I do get from that report again is that the capital expenditure that's happening in Alberta is supposed to be increasing by about 8.2% for non-residential capital expenditures, and about 56% of that is going to be coming from the oil and gas, going to the oil and gas industry. So what that tells me is there's still a lot of investment coming in Alberta. It's higher than what was expected in 2024. I think they were expecting about 1% in capital expenditures, and that's now 8.2% of an increase. So that shows us that there's more interest in development in Alberta, into capital expenditures in Alberta, bringing more jobs into Alberta, and so on and so forth, right? So the other industry that's kind of also been that was noteworthy here was the information and cultural industries like technology and film. Those have increased by also about 73% in the amount of capital expenditure that they've had in those segments from 2024. So it is a significant industry that is growing rapidly. That is another industry on top of what we already have here in Alberta to attract more people to move into Alberta. The last time a flat rate started was about 2021, when we had this kind of flat jump. Usually from 2022 to 2024, we had a significant jump from January to February as the weather got better and people were coming out of the woodwork to purchase homes. We are not seeing that right now in 2024. The last time we didn't see this was in 2021, and that year was relatively flat for the entire year. So there wasn't much of a spring market in that year. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. Hopefully what's happening right now is we're having that delayed spring market because of the tariffs and what might be happening and the uncertainty of what we're seeing. Hopefully what all that's doing is delaying the market and not keeping us flat for the entire year, but only time will tell to see what happens there. That's all I had for this update. Thank you so much for staying this long. And if you are wanting to reach out, if you're a buyer, that is looking to start your journey to purchasing a home, more than happy to walk you through the process and help you find your next home. If you have questions about, if you'd like to get inside our forecasting insider group, or if you'd like to get access to some of the rate promos that we have, please feel free to click the link below and join our newsletter. And that way you can get access to what we have on that side of things too. But thank you so much for taking the time. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you'd like to connect, I'm more than happy to chat. I love coffee. I'd love to take you for coffee. Hopefully we can connect soon. And thank you so much and take care.